This is the story of my total electrical failure on takeoff and how it all went down. Hey everyone, we just finished up at Carowinds. What did you think?
What a theme park.
Amusement park.
That's what they said.
Yes, and now we're going to stop flying the fake airplanes and go fly the real one and head to our next destination. Check, check.
Check, 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 check. Gotcha. Alright, 2077.
Altimeter 299er3. Remarks. Density altitude 800.
Rock Hill, York County Airport, Bryan Field.
Automated weather observation 1131 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 5. Mist. Sky condition clear. Temperature 14 Celsius. Dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter 299er3. Remarks. Density altitude 800.
Rock Hill, York County Airport, Bryan Field.
Automated weather observation 113.
Take off to the north.
That wind's calm.
Let's taxi to runway 2 to the north.
Rock Hill, Skyline 3802 Delta taxiing from the FBO to runway 2, Rock Hill. So, taxiway right there. Alright.
Carowinds, Carolina, Charlotte, all of you were so much fun.
If you guys haven't been
Time to go.
to Carowinds and you're a adventure thrill seeker, that is the place. They got some really, really awesome coasters. Fury 325. Oh man. I think you go
3
like
minutes and 25 seconds of fury.
of absolute fury. Goes about as fast as Mojo goes.
Facts. All right, well, we're going to get up here and do a quick run up, then we will be on our way out. Both 10 trims set, all of our lights. Circuit breakers are in. We have make sure to go for our final item. We'll go up to 3,000. Are you good?
I'm good. Let's do it. Final's clear.
Do you want to do radius?
I got
me?
it.
Okay.
Rock Hill traffic Skyline 3802 Delta taking off runway 2 Rock Hill. Up to 3,000.
Final's clear. Runway 2.
smell it. Everything's off. Keys, mags, everything's off.
I don't know. It doesn't smell that bad.
It did. I smelled it, Kev. We just aired it out, that's all.
How did it do that when you didn't do the run up? That's, I don't get it.
I have no idea.
I don't smell it.
Well, because we just
I know,
aired it
I'm just
out.
saying I don't smell it.
It would have only been burning for a couple seconds, and then I turned everything off immediately. So the smell is gonna go away quickly. That's a good thing. But I'm not, you smelled it too, right?
I don't know.
I did.
I don't know.
Okay.
Now what?
Well, it's a Saturday morning at 7 a.m.
I know. Now what?
Well, the FBO doesn't even open for another 15 minutes, so I guess we're gonna chill and then go in there and start making some phone calls. And that's exactly what we did. We went inside, started making some phone calls. The first phone call was to our friends Kayla and Kyle. They live in Rock Hill and were so nice to come pick us up and take us to their house to pick up some tools. That way we could start troubleshooting while we were trying to find a mechanic on a Saturday. So we loaded up, headed right back out to the airport, and thankfully their dog Kenzo was there. That way he could give us some very helpful advice. Things ready to show her.
We don't know where else to go.
I don't know what you can do to help.
You guys get FaceTime until while we get balls. Alright, Kat took the sensor. It's like, oh no, you guys are flying away?
Turns out Kenzo just wanted a comfy place to hang out and watch us do our thing. So we accommodated, and then we got our friend Christian on the phone. He's a mechanic and was so awesome to be able to walk us through a few simple things while we waited for a mechanic to show up later that afternoon. When we started to troubleshoot the plane, we realized this. So here's part of our problem. Here's our master. Master's on. Nothing. Totally dead. So maybe a bigger problem than we thought. So first thing, check the battery, a little over 12 volts. That's exactly what we wanted to see. And then we kind of checked out the master relay in the back where the battery is. And after we talked to Christian and another mechanic on the phone, determined that that was most likely what we needed to change. So it's a Saturday, which makes fixing the plane really difficult. But we did find out that it is, in fact, the master relay. We know a part number we need and everything. We had a local mechanic come out and test the battery. Yep, pulling 12.4 volts. It's a 12-volt system. And on the back side of the relay, 0 volts. So we know it's the master relay. So what's hard is it's a Saturday. How do you get that part on a Saturday? Well, you don't. So we're trying to figure that out. Once we do, we'll be out of here, but I think it's gonna be a few days. It turns out you can get parts on a Saturday. You just have to pay $150 extra to have them open the door for you. But we did because we had a mechanic available and we wanted to get out of there. So we drove almost an hour to Concord to pick up a new master relay and get back to Rock Hill.
Back to South Carolina, Rock Hill, and get someone to put it in for us.
How you feeling?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm exhausted.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you, Victory Lane. Onward. All right, we are back at the airport with the part that somehow we obtained on a Saturday, which was a huge team effort. We had multiple people working on this, so thank you to everyone who helped us. And now we have a mechanic coming. It's about 5 o'clock on a Saturday. I also don't know how we were able to find a mechanic to come do this for us right now, but that's next. And then she should be alive again. Almost, Kev.
Almost there.
Time to spare.
Fly away.
You forgot the phrase. Time to spare, go by air.
Go by air.
The mechanic showed up and got to work installing the new master relay switch. And then he discovered that he did not have the correct size drill bit. Luckily, we were just a few minutes away from Walmart, so I think you already know what we did. We headed to Walmart. Yet another errand to make this all happen. Got the drill bit and headed back. Okay, we got that in like 2 minutes flat.
Got a compliment from the Walmart employees.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that was fast.
They said, wow, Weezer.
We know what we were looking for. Well, you knew what you were looking for.
You did not.
I wasn't quite listening, but apparently we have the right part. Back to the airport. Maybe this is the final straw. So after just a little bit of time, the new master relay switch was installed and it was time to turn on the airplane. Okay. On. Master's on and nothing.
Nothing.
You make sure all the circuit breakers are in.
What? We're so done. We're so done.
The mechanic tried a little bit of troubleshooting, but he had to leave. It was getting late on a Saturday, and we spoke to our buddy Christian on the phone for a little while, doing a little bit of extra troubleshooting, but we were kind of at the end of the line for us. There's just not much more we could do from here. Okay, well, we are driving to our friend's house to stay the night. We were unsuccessful. It seems like we potentially got a bad relay. So we're kind of back to square one, and now we don't have anyone to help us tomorrow. We're feeling
Pretty tired.
defeated.
I think we got to the airport at 7 and it's 8:30 now.
Yeah, it's been a
McDonald's for dinner,
fun. Yeah,
which is great.
the saga continues. We went back out to the airport the next morning with really no plan except to find help. And that we did. We found a new mechanic to help us, who we are going to call Old Mike for this video. Old Mike started troubleshooting. We gave him the whole story, including that before we came on this trip, we did get a new starter relay installed on our aircraft. And after we started finding some issues in the airplane, it kind of seemed like that wasn't the issue. So he continued to look at the battery and other things until we got rained out. All right, we're in the middle of troubleshooting again. Kevin's running. It's about to storm really badly, and we're still troubleshooting that relay with a different mechanic now. So we're headed to camp out in the FBO for a little bit. Another bump on the road. Bad storm. Great. So this is what we're doing. Wow.
Shoot it.
Ew. Gross. Don't do that. So then we did what any good pilot would do when they're stuck somewhere. We went to go have a drink. And then we played some video games at our friend's house just to pass the time until right before we went to bed, we got a phone call from old Mike. Old Mike connected the battery straight to the main bus and nothing was happening. And then he jumped from a different battery to the main bus and there was instant smoke and a very hot wire. So that told us two things. Our battery and the wiring was messed up. Headed back to the airport again.
I know my way now without GPS here in Rock Hill.
Borrowing our friend's car again. Thank you, Kaylee Kyle. And we're heading out. The mechanic called us and said that he thinks he figured it out, that it should be good to go, and he's got to button it back up, so we're coming out to see it with our own eyes.
Hopefully optimistic is the phrase of the afternoon.
Yep. And if possible, I'll do a test flight, but if you can see, storms are rolling in right when I'm ready to do a test flight. So at the minimum, we'll crank her up and do a run up and see how it goes.
I can't reach. Hello.
Wait. Jesus.
I know. Hey, I'm the pilot of November 3802 Delta. Can you let me in to go to my plane, please? Thanks. Oh.
So there was a few discoveries made. First was the battery, totally fried. It was holding 12.4 volts, but was not able to actually send it anywhere because it was totally fried up. The plates overheated and welded together. One of the cells on the left-hand side there, you can see has no water, and you can see those plates all overheated. It boiled over and there was acid in the back of the plane, really, really bad. But why did that happen? Well, there was a short somewhere, which means we also had to exchange our wiring all through the headliner, down our front trim, and to the bus. So we are finally getting all that wrapped up. We spent all day looking for a new battery, and Kevin somehow found someone on the field that had a brand new Concorde battery. A really nice upgrade that we wanted for the airplane anyway, just not when we intended to do it. While the airplane was being all put back together, I had the great idea to go video some airplanes. While I was videoing the airplanes, I stepped in a fire ant hill. So add that into the mix of injury, and then it started raining right when it was time to go test fly. After the rain slowed down, it was time to go see if this thing works. So let's power up the airplane.
Okay.
Okay, master. What's going on? 12.6. That's a new battery. Clear.
Mojo's alive.
Everything started up nicely and the rain had come to a stop, so we decided to go for a little test flight.
Rock Hill, York County Airport, Bryan Field.
Automated weather observation 2105 Zulu. Wind 250 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition few 6,000. Broken 8,000.
We got Mojo started.
Yep.
We are going to do a little test run.
Just make sure everything stays on okay. No weird smells, no weird sounds.
We got a new battery, a new master power wire, a new master relay switch. Right now we're showing 14.2 volts.
Rock Hill traffic, Skyline 02 Delta is taxiing from Alpha 4 to runway 20, close traffic.
Plenty of amps.
Rock Hill. Alright, everything's staying on. No flicker when we turn it on. Last time we turned the plane on, there was some weird X's that came up during the cranking process of our EIS here. Everything is status quo right now. What we're going to do on this test flight is, like I said, make sure there's no weird smells or sounds, no weird flickering. Make sure it all stays on okay, that way we can confidently leave the area tomorrow.
Alright.
Rock Hill traffic, Skyline 02 Delta is taking off runway 20, close traffic, Rock Hill. Okay.
Alright, it's doing it again.
No need to go.
No need to go. That didn't flicker, just that.
Rock Hill traffic, Skyline 02 Delta is exiting the runway on Delta back to the ramp. Rock Hill.
Huh.
Why is that doing that?
I don't know. That was not effective.
275s were fine, but that's what started happening whenever we started having all the issues, was that did that first before the rest of it.
Yep. That doesn't even make sense.
Then the mechanic suggested that we do it again, but with the alternator off. That way, if there was still flickering, we could completely take the alternator out of the equation as one of the issues. So we tried it again with the alternator off.
About to do it.
Traffic Warrior 44060 is issuing on the 45
You can
for the
hear
left
it
downwind
as soon as you apply the power.
runway
Alright, alternator's coming
20.
on. Rock Hill traffic, Skyline 02 Delta is clear of 20, taxiing to the FBO ramp via Alpha 4, Rock Hill.
Back to the drawing board where we found yet another mechanic to help us. Old Mike had some other things to work on. His schedule wasn't lining up anymore, so we found another Mike who we'll now call New Mike. New Mike specializes in electrical systems, so he was perfect for the job and was going to start working on it the next morning.
Everything comes to the master bus, and the master bus feels off to the data line.
New Mike called us the next morning and told us that he definitively found the problem, but he didn't tell us what it was. So we got to the airport and we were really excited to see what he found. So remember when I mentioned that we had just gotten our starter relay exchanged? Well, that was the problem. The wire lug that was used to attach the power to the starter relay switch was installed upside down. A simple, easy mistake, but caused it to arc and make contact. And here are a few photos of what that looks like. As you can probably already appreciate, a small mistake like this in aviation can have huge effects. We had multiple fire hazards. We lost our panel in IFR on the way up here. We had to replace our battery, wiring, master relay switch. We now have to replace this brand new starter relay switch we just installed. We had to do a rejected takeoff, actually 2 of those, spend 4 extra days in the Carolinas, hire 4 different mechanics, source parts from all over. We have so many thank yous to give out to people who helped us along the way. The point of this is not to bash a shop or highlight a mistake, but just go through our experience with this to help share and learn from it, and just always be vigilant. And we are just happy to be getting out of here, honestly.
Are we leaving? Are we really leaving?
I think it's time.
Let's go home.
The saga is ending. We have resolution.
Rock Hill, you've been great for 6 days. I don't want to see you again. Ever.
Honestly, everyone here has been insanely nice and helpful. We could not have done it without the village here. Literally a village of people. But for now, we're heading out, y'all.
Peace.